What's going on? It's your boy Lauren the Barber. We back here, Cloth Talk Podcast. Fadeaway Barbershop, 3400 South Jones Boulevard, Suite 21, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89146. And I'm here with my guy, Bird Money. Tell the people who you are.
I am BI Services, aka Bird the Barber, aka Bird Man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. And you know how we do. Elephants in the room, and just in general, the information about financial literacy and how it relates to the barber industry as well, because we're both barbers with 23 years experience, 20 years plus. How much?
20 years, over 20 years. 2004 November is when I started.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what we talking about today?
Well, as we're talking about business and business owners, CapCut is back.
Yes, sir.
So do you think that CapCut is a good investment for barber owners and entrepreneurs?
Hey, like you said in another podcast, I haven't found the app better than CapCut to edit my videos, and I haven't even used every option. I watched videos on YouTube, all the talking about all of the options, showing me all of the options, and they've actually added more options since then. So, I think as of right now, CapCut is definitely beneficial, and I've received plenty of compliments from all the people that I've interviewed, and just in general of the videos that I've made using CapCut. So definitely.
Yeah, being a business owner, I feel like, or entrepreneur, you have to market. And one of the cheapest way and the easiest ways to market is by going through social media, something that's free, something that doesn't charge us every month. So I think CapCut is to make your videos better, make people look at it, make people want to invest into you. I think that CapCut is a really good app platform to edit your videos and put things out for entrepreneurs and business owners. Because if you're not putting things out on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and other Google and things like this, you're probably behind the ball when it comes to, because everyone's got their head in the phone. Everybody's looking at them phones, So I think that's a good investment.
Yeah, I can truly say that advertising on all these platforms that you've mentioned have benefited me, because I came here from Ohio and started from zero. And I also had a time to where I wasn't posting on these social media sites. And once I started and I was consistent, I seen a difference on the customer clientele that I've received directly from there, because that's an important thing when you're a barber. Any business, you want to ask, where did you hear from us? Where did you hear about us from? So that they can tell you, and you can know that this is maybe an outlet that I need to put more attention to, because this is the one that I'm hearing about the most. And as of right now, Google is definitely one of them. And I don't know if you guys know that if you're putting hashtags, everything that you post, if you Google Lauren the Barber right now, you'll see everything I posted on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of that type of stuff. It pop up, and I use the hashtag Lauren the Barber as well. So yeah, it all pops up on Google.
Okay. Microsoft, if you invested a year ago, it was at 408, and it's at 408 now. So it's in consolidation. It's been in consolidation for a whole year. Do you think that Microsoft is still a good investment? And before I asked you that, what I was going to say was, yeah, it may have been in consolidation for a year, but last year, if you would have invested 2 years ago, if you had invested in 2003 February, it was about 240-ish. So that from now is almost a 50% return. I believe it's a 40% return. 40% return in 2 years is actually 20 and 20, so a 20% return each year. So I do think Microsoft is still a good investment. I just think that you have to practice patience. Some things aren't going to pop first year, maybe not even the second year, but if you believe in the company, you believe in the business, you should still continue to invest. So what do you think? Do you think Microsoft is still a good investment?
Yeah, and I know that they're one of the leaders at AI, and everybody knows that AI is the future, it's the right now and the future, and I'm looking as if I'm investing in AI in a company like Microsoft that's a leader in technology in general and it has been for a long time. They're gonna have a heads up on all this stuff. It's just like a graphic designer. Yeah, I can go to ChatGPT and these other apps like that to create the artwork that I need, but the person that has a career, long career in graphic design, they know the code to type in, they know the language to talk, to speak to the AI that's going to give a more detailed design, more detailed graphics and stuff like that. So everything is about the language to be able to speak to AI, and Microsoft, they know the language to speak to AI. And what are they looking like as far as their financials?
Oh, their financials are great. Their income. Let's see, their income statement, income sheet. No, balance sheet, income statement. Their income statement is operating expenses is 64 billion, but they're making 117 billion. They have more assets than liabilities by more than half. They've doubled their liabilities. Their cash flow, they have working cash flow. They have over $70 billion of cash flow. They have made earnings the last 4 quarters. They've beat earnings. They pay a dividend of almost 1%, and they're a $3 trillion market cap.
Right, that's self-explanatory. They're responsible with their money, and
they're making money.
Then they're making money,
and they got money. $73 billion. They can buy companies. There's a lot of businesses that aren't that market cap isn't $73 billion. And they have that if it's a working cash flow.
Yeah.
So, What were you gonna say?
No, good investment.
Yeah. So good investment.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, Apple has a surprise announcement coming up. Do you think the surprise announcement is the 17 phone, or do you think that it's something else?
Interesting. Yeah, they're about due for another phone. When was the last phone up? The 16. Because I got the 15 right around the 16. I got the 15 in May. Because I remember I was at the Connecticut Barber Expo. My phone started going crazy. So I had to go get my phone fixed. And then they convinced me to buy another phone at that time. And I didn't know the 16 was coming out like the next month. So it came out around June of last year. So I don't know if they come out yearly or what, but if they come out yearly. And when is the announcement?
The announcement's coming up in less than a month. Yeah, but they say September of 2025 is when the 17 comes out. But,
that's what they said?
Yeah. But I mean, it still could be that. It could just be the features on it. It could be some new features on the thing that the announcement is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If they have a surprise announcement, maybe it's about entering into another arena, because they've been showing interest in the health arena with their tracking of your health through their watch.
Yeah.
All of that type of stuff. And healthcare is very profitable nowadays. It's very profitable, been profitable, but more awareness has been brought to the health industry since COVID. And I can definitely see that could be something that they announce.
Yeah. I think I'm thinking, I'm hoping it would be something to do with healthcare. I think that would be very big for Apple.
Mm-hmm.
Something to do with healthcare.
Right.
So That's what I'm thinking. I don't think it has anything to do with a phone, but maybe it does. But I think it would have to do something with healthcare. They've been on it talking about a lot of things with healthcare. So
so we're on the same page.
Yep. Okay. Also, Kim Kardashian is teaming up with Nike Skims. Nike has, well, we looked at it earlier. Nike has been going down for the past 2 years to 3 years. Let me see. Yeah, Nike has been going down. Nike in the pandemic, a year after the pandemic, was at $150. It is now $76. So over the last 4 years, it is down 50%. It pays a good dividend, but when you look at the financials, they're not making a profit. They're losing. They're spending more than they're making. They have some working cash flow, and they still have more assets over liabilities. They have a 2% dividend rate that they're paying you annually. So really, it's just they're not making any money at this point.
But they kind of just evening out.
They're not making a profit. They're losing.
They're taking a loss.
They're taking a loss annually for the last 4 years. And like I said, if you invested 4 years ago, you done lost half your money.
Right.
So do you think that Kim Kardashian is going to help bring Nike back? And do you think Nike is a good investment? It's still a good investment like it was 4 years ago.
Yeah, definitely Kim Kardashian can help because she has a lot of influence. It's just been shown and proven that they follow that woman. There's some people that's praising, that's worshiping that woman and her family. So she can definitely help. I would have to look and see if they've been innovative during these last years, because that could, if they have been, but I haven't seen any innovation. I don't know. That could.
And it was actually at 177. I'm sorry. It was at 177 of 2021. So 4 years later, we're at 76. So it's actually it's more than 50%.
Yeah.
It's down closer to 60%. So you're saying that, but the innovation, you'd have to look and to see if they're innovating new things, bringing new things to the table.
But that would only explain their loss of money, as far as their financials. But as far as their stock price, that to me shows that the consumer faith in the company has been going down, because people don't want to invest into it. They don't believe into it. They don't believe it like that, and if for it to go down like that, that means some.
And remember, they're not making money either.
Yeah,
they're taking a loss.
Yeah, and they're
putting out more money than they're receiving back.
Yeah. So people not, and then we would have to look at their financials, how much were they making in the past when they were profitable, and versus now. Because if they're spending more money than they were back when they were profitable, then that could be a sign of them being innovative. But if they're spending the same amount and they're losing more, then that shows that it's something. Or let me put it like this. No. If they're making less, if they're investing the same amount but they're making less, then that shows that that's a loss of consumer faith in the business.
Well, since 2021, they've been losing. They've been losing money. From 2021, they put out expenses $13 billion, but they only brought in $6 billion.
Okay, so they put out $13 billion. Okay, so how much
operating expenses, and then their operating income that came back was only $6 billion.
Okay, so currently, what's their operating expenses?
Right now, their operating expenses is $16 billion.
So they're spending more,
and they're only bringing in $5 billion.
Okay, so they're losing a whole $1 billion, but they're spending a lot more. They're spending $3 billion more for operating expenses, right?
$3 billion more? $16 billion. That's.
But when they were profitable, they were putting out $13 billion.
No. If you, like I said, Yahoo Finance, I'm only on the app, but it only goes back to 2021. And since 2021, Every year they have lost.
Oh, they've been losing since then.
Yes.
But they're spending more.
They're spending more than they're actually bringing back in.
Okay, so they upped it from 13 billion. Even though they was taking a loss, they upped it from 13 billion for operating expenses to 16 billion.
Yeah, 13, 14, 16, and 16, 16. That's what they. And they've only brought in 6, 6, 5, 6, and 5.
Right. So I would say that they're trying to be innovative. They're spending more, even though they've been taking a loss. They're willing to spend $3 billion more every year. Mm-hmm. So it's like that they're trying to cook something up for the future. That's what I think. Because why else would you spend? I'm already taking a loss. Why would I put down more money? Why would I?
Thinking that thinking people are going to continue to buy. I think basketball shoes. I don't know if you really see people wearing basketball shoes like back in the day, right?
Nah, it's different now.
You don't see a bunch of people wearing KDs and LeBrons and not a lot, especially not the kids. We see the kids come here. We don't see that.
Yeah. The game changed. Their style didn't change.
Yeah. So I think going to like a Kim, a Travis Scott, a Kanye West, I think those things actually help.
Yeah, definitely.
But them Jordans, they the same old Jordans, right?
Yeah.
Same old thing. So you think Nike's a good investment or not? And do you think that Kim Kardashian is going to help bring them back?
Hey, I'm not going to invest in that. I got my money in them, and I took the loss. I'm one of the ones that took that loss. And I'm going to keep it where it is right now until I see further innovation. And I pay attention to my surroundings. That's a good thing of being a barber. We get to see the crowd that's coming in and out from all ages, all walks of life, and I can analyze what's gonna be the thing that's coming up. What's in trend or about to trend based off of the crowd that we see from all walks of life. And until then, I'm not gonna invest more money into it.
Okay. Well, since we just passed the All-Star game, what would be your starting 5 of All-Star stocks to invest in 2025?
That's interesting. Okay. It's the man. I gotta man. Look, I gotta look at my phone.
But let me start with mine now. Okay. My starting lineup would be Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and NVIDIA. Those would be my starting 5. We have Amazon. I was going to put Home Depot on there as well, but Amazon is the biggest store out, really. I was going to put Walmart on there, but they're the biggest store out. Amazon is the biggest store out, and it looks like they're going to be. They have everything. They got more things than Walmart got. They got more things than Home Depot got. They have everything on there, and it gets delivered to your house. And the way the world works now, and the youngsters now, they're willing to wait a day to get their product. Instead of going out, people are preparing a little more. So I think Amazon is great. Apple is still, it's a connection. That Apple is almost like the Berkshire, like that Warren Buffett group. It's like once you Apple, it's hard to go back from Apple, especially when you got the iPad, when you got the desktop, and you come real familiar with it. I think Apple is still a great investment. Facebook, that's connected to Instagram. That's for all business owners and people with pleasure. They want to get on that social media. They want to see what everybody's doing. People are nosy. I think that's why I think Facebook is great. NVIDIA has that chip. NVIDIA's got that chip, that's the AI, messing with AI, right? So I think that's going to continue to go. And like I said, it was either Microsoft or Google. Google, we all Googling everything, But like you said, Microsoft is messing with AI, and they still got the Windows and things like that. So I think Microsoft. So those are my 5 All-Stars. So you don't have your 5 All-Stars because you don't have your phone?
I mean, I would agree with that. And it is, look this up real quick, cybersecurity, companies of cybersecurity, because this name always blows past my mind, but I'm investing into it. I got a decent amount of money invested into it, and they're the leaders in cybersecurity. And as things go more digital, as they are and are gonna be, you're gonna need more cybersecurity.
That's cyber. What you want to read the definition of it?
No, the companies.
The companies.
Cybersecurity. I wanna say the name
companies.
right because it's
The companies.
yeah, companies. Top companies for cybersecurity.
Top companies. Okay. We got
Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna tell you right now because it's gonna be named on there as soon as we go. It's probably gonna be the first one. I would believe. But nah, this is crazy. This is like some programs. But man, I wish
top 10 cyber companies.
stocks. We'll put stocks. Top company cybersecurity stocks.
Okay.
Because this is
sure.
and they've been around and they've been through their ups and downs too because they had a breach at one point in time that a lot of people were on their neck about it. And Cloudflare was good at one point in time, but CrowdStrike is what I'm talking about. CrowdStrike is a great investment, and I've been with them for years. They were up, then they went down, then they went up, and yeah. So aside, I would add CrowdStrike in there.
Okay.
I would definitely say, I would say Tesla. I would say Amazon. I'm gonna say in Nvidia, Microsoft, and CrowdStrike. I'm gonna put them.
Okay.
I'm gonna put them in there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And I mean, just a little reminder: we got Carvana and Alibaba. We'll be doing earnings this week. Will you still believe in Alibaba?
And I mean, yeah, because people buy their wholesale stuff from there. So Alibaba is gonna do some stuff, but they're not like they used to be for stuff.
No, because in 2020 in the pandemic, they was $300. They're 126. So if you put your money in there, 5 years ago, you were down. What did I say? 300 to 120. Shoot you down about 60%, 60, almost 70%.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not investing in nothing like that. That's just how I'm not investing in nothing like that. Unless I see some innovation or something where they change the game. If they're gonna stay the same and they're just used for what they've been used for, it's not gonna grow.
And Carvana, what do you think about any car stocks that you believe are good out there? Toyota, Nissan, Honda, do you believe in any GM? Do you believe in any of these? Are you invested in any car companies?
Tesla.
But that's a tech.
Yeah, they consider tech, but that's about it with me. But Carvana, didn't they file bankruptcy?
I think they did, but they obviously are okay. They got earnings coming up, but Carvana and
that's what that was.
In bankruptcy. I don't know. See, I did hear about it though, but I don't see anything on it. So
okay. Well, yeah, maybe they were considering bankruptcy, and then somebody helped them to where they didn't have to go into bankruptcy because I'm sure that because that's the one with the. Like the vending machine cars.
Yeah.
They were going in bankruptcy.
Yeah, they said a bankruptcy scare that was in August of 2024.
Okay.
Yeah, they said the CO company nearly went bankrupt.
Okay.
Now it's worth $32 billion.
Okay.
So that's what that is. Yeah.
But then we have to look at their numbers like how much in debt are they? Because if they were able to avoid bankruptcy, they probably got somebody to invest into them, or they had to pull out a whole bunch of extra loans or something like that to put them farther in debt. But
their operating expenses is $250 million, and they are their income is only 117, so they're not making what they're putting out at this point, and they haven't been in the last 4 years. Also, let's see if their assets are over their liabilities. They have They have way more liabilities. They have, do they? No. They have more assets. They got more assets. They got 1.7. I don't know if this is billion. Yeah, this is billion. 1.7 billion in assets, and they have 652 million in liabilities. Let's see if they got any working cash flow. Yeah, they got 120 million in working cash flow that they can play around with. And their earnings in the last 4 quarters, the last 2 they've beat earnings, but the 2 before that they missed. So they're half and half when it comes to earnings. Are they paying you a dividend? Are they paying you to hold the stock? Yes, they're paying 1.6% annually. And their market cap is 320 billion. So that's
Yeah, I mean that's decent.
Yeah.
I mean, if you believe it, but they're putting forth effort to make it work. I see some, they giving you a dividend. They want you around. They like we got something cooking. Just stick around. And I mean they got a little money to play with. Yeah, I mean they still relatively new, right? I mean, how long they been in business? I only heard about them since the pandemic, really.
Yeah.
So,
I think 10 years is this.
Yeah, 10 of them. Yeah, and it's not necessarily when we have one of those here in Las Vegas. I seen a Carvana vending machine, but I had to do more checking around. But as far as that, and they made their last 2, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's a positive. It's a positive. People gonna need cars, and their convenience is definitely necessary. So,
yeah,
maybe.
Yep. Okay, and we always do a little something cool at the end. So, All-Star game was just this weekend. And LeBron, an hour before the game, decides he doesn't want to play.
Right.
Do you think that that's being bigger than the game? Do you think that's okay? And do you think that he should have said something a little earlier? What is your opinion on LeBron James pulling out an hour before and stunning the growth of another player that could have come, someone like a Norman Powell for the Clippers that was just edged out? How do you feel about that?
I mean, first thing first, I hope the best for LeBron. I hope something just didn't happen.
No, they said it was the same injury that he ankle and foot that he wasn't in the last game that they played against Utah. So they say it's the same injury. It's not nothing new. It's nothing,
Oh, okay.
So ankle, sore foot.
Yeah, if he had that already, and he felt unsure, he definitely should have put somebody else in place so that they could get their All-Star game appearance.
What if he didn't know? Maybe he thought he was going to play up to an hour before.
I would think that's what he thought. I would think that he thought that he might have played, I just hope that it didn't get worse during practice or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's just an hour, because he's typically a professional. This guy played 48 minutes, and I've heard plenty of stories on how he's the first person at practice, and last one out, and everything is in order. He does the same thing every day. That's one of the characteristics of his reason for success, is because he's a consistent person and very professional. So it could have been something that happened during practice where it got worse. So that's where I look at it like that. I hope he's all right.
Yeah, and I feel like LeBron has done enough to be able to call out an hour, because that's not him. He doesn't do that. So obviously it was something that he felt like he could play, and an hour before he couldn't. He's not bigger than the game, but he's very, very big and has done a lot for the game. So I think he has earned that, to be able to feel that he's going to go an hour before and then not before. So the criticism that he's getting, he gets a lot of criticism, usually the rich black men do, you know, in my opinion. So I don't see anything wrong with that. You know, I feel bad for Norman Powell, you know, because he should have it would have been good for him to make the All-Star game, but with the over the 20 years that I've seen LeBron play and the things he's done, he's not a very selfish person. So I think he didn't know until an hour before that it wasn't going to be a good idea. So you know, but some people did say because Jaylen Brown was on the team, and Jaylen Brown kind of dissed his son this summer when he came into the summer league.
I remember
they read his lips saying that he said Bronny wasn't NBA ready, but I don't think that. I don't.
You remember the dude that blew in his ear? When
Lance Stevenson.
And then he ended up playing with
Lance Stevenson. He told him to come on down.
Yeah, come on, like, you know. So I don't think Brian like that. You know what I'm saying? And your son is different, of course. That hit a little different. You talk about my son, but I don't see it, man. We got years of track record to see this man's character. And this is not part of his character to be a selfish person. It's part of his character to be a very unselfish person.
Yep. Okay. All right.
That's it.
That's it, man.
Well, hey, that's it. And that's all. And we're gonna keep it coming. And everything that we talk about is gonna be beneficial. So make sure that you push that like and subscribe button, and you share these videos so that you can help somebody else to get this information. And if you have anything to add on, put it in the comments.
Yeah, you got questions that you'd like us to answer, some things you'd like us to research, some topics that you'd like us to talk about, please put it in the comments so that we can, because eventually we'll be going live doing this, and then you can just type it in. But for now, put them in the comments, and we will for sure answer them next week.
That's right. That's for sure. Until then, Cloth Talk Podcast. Until next time.
Peace.